It is time for our last set of the day, but it is a very, very exciting one as we're going to be witnessing Myriad up against Baltune here in a best of 5 on the road to Red Bull Wololo Londinium. Whoever wins this set here today gets to play even more sets tomorrow in order to potentially qualify for the main event. So very exciting stuff here. We're starting off right away with Dry Arabia. It's going to be the Golden Horde for Myriad up against the French from Baltune. And, you know, French and Baltune, they kind of go hand in hand. As a team game enjoyer that he is, he definitely has his qualification card set when it comes to the French civilization.
Yeah, absolutely. And Baltune just had a tight series against Corvinus to get here. Won that one 3-2. Myriad, I'm sure the series was tight, but ended up winning against Puppy Paw 3-0, which is definitely the big shock of the day here.
A little VS jump scare there for a second. All right.
Just a little bit of some jump scare.
Yeah, Sengoku getting sniped out, Maldians getting sniped out, no surprises there. Sengoku, of course, being a very strong civilization. Maldians just the bane of many players when it comes to, you know, timing pushes, because, like, yeah, you kill 10 villagers, yeah, you kill another 10, you kill another 10, 30 villagers down, they don't care, they got their cattle economy going for themselves. At that point, it doesn't really matter when it comes to killing villagers, you need to kill the cattle, and to do that, you've got to dive deep into their base. And yeah, Mali, it's just a civilization that people, they tend to just want to avoid playing up against it. Now, it is time. We're jumping into our game number 1 here on Dry Arabia, and we got Myriad with the Golden Horde. Wait, no, that's not Myriad. It is the color yellow, but it is Baltune in the color yellow, playing as the French, moving out onto the deer early on here. Myriad is in the red. Okay, there we go. Now it's all fixed up. Myriad in the red, playing as the Golden Horde. Spots this one out early on.
I was just letting you were, I was confused and I was just letting you roll with it. But here we go. It is an early barracks play from Myriad on the Golden Horde. He spots out the deer from Baltune and says, all right, I'm going to try to punish it.
And question is, what is he going to do to try and punish it? Is he going to be going for... I mean, he's not gathering wood, so it stands to reason that this is not going to be a Dark Age Spearman play, but instead he's going to be going for the, what is their name? The Karash instead? The quote-unquote glorified villager that cannot gather, but does a little bit of damage. No, he is gathering wood. But is it going to be for spears? Or no, it is going to be Karash early on. That's going to be in queue here. And Baltune, he's playing this a little bit greedy just because in this matchup, when you're up against Golden Horde, don't expect Dark Age aggression, because honestly, they're slow. Golden Horde early on in the game, they're very slow, so you don't expect the Dark Age aggression. So Baltune, he's getting both survival techniques and wheelbarrow in the Dark Age. 4 villagers on gold, so it looks like, yeah, I mean, there's a reason why you can pull this off, because Golden Horde is actually slow. It's going to take a while for the crash to come in, and by that time, Baltune is going to have enough gold to age up.
Yeah, not only that, he's going to have wheelbarrow, so the villagers are going to be able to move reactively away from the deer earlier too, and quicker, I guess would be the better word to put it, because they're going to have that upgrade that gives them a little bit more movement speed.
Yeah, just being quicker than all of the infantry in the game there means that you can just walk up, like stand up and leave.
Myriad making his move over to the gold. It looks like School of Cab is on the way. Looks like the Karash just arrived at the gold. We're seeing a little bit of some back and forth. Shivs get pulled out. Some good damage done onto those.
Yeah, I mean, the Karash, at the end of the day, you look at their stats, and they're just glorified villagers, honestly. They're not very threatening at all. 2 Shivs, and that's a sizable chunk of HP getting taken away right then and there. Barely any idle time being caused. There's Spearmen coming out now from Myriad as well. At least at that point, the Karash are actually going to be able to at least give a little bit of an armor bonus to those Spearmen. So Baltune is going to get pushed away from the deer here in a little bit, but maybe not. More aggression coming in on the gold.
Oh, both of those are so low now, but
For
the spears arrive.
Yeah, Baltune, he's just chilling on the villagers with the deer. He knows that even if those spears were to arrive, he can just easily outrun them.
Yep, instead, just letting the mining camp get burnt for the time being.
It's 25 wood.
Yep, not too big of a deal. Definitely worth this delay, as Myriad still has not started the age up yet. Just a little bit of food away, one more drop off.
Even once that age up gets clicked, it's still gonna be a while for that to come in. Ooh, looks like Myriad now is pulling the units over to those deer villagers, but yeah, they're walking at a medium pace.
Yep. Able to make the escape. Allowed him to save up quite a bit of those sheep under the TC. Makes things very, very easy for him. And the first knight will be popping out in just a few seconds. Baltune looks like he is about to have enough wood to drop a range. Oh, and steps under TC after burning the mining camp, loses a spear and one of the Karash. Next spear, it can just go ahead and get taken down.
Yeah,
TC again!
Snipes the spear as well. Look
This
at the
is
age
so
up that we're
bad.
getting. Myriad, he's aging up with the building cards. So he's going to be getting 2 additional production buildings in, but typically we see the Torgut age up where, you know, getting a little bit of a discount on the card and the Torgut, that's pretty nice, but he's opting to go for the building cards instead, so we'll be getting some additional production buildings instead. Spearmen are coming in again for him, that's a big investment, so I mean, he needs it just in order to stay safe on the gold, but the Spearmen do take a while to come in.
He's out on the deer as well right now. I don't think he has any protection out there, so if Baltune scouts that out, that could be some easy pickings. Building carts does finish, though. Immediate spearman upgrade in queue. So necessary. Baltune has double stables, doesn't quite have double knight production, I don't think yet, though.
We are going to be getting a blacksmith in from one of the cards, as well as an archery range. Doesn't quite have enough resources yet, though, for any blacksmith upgrades. Outpost also getting prepped by Baltune on the deer. Batukan still missing, or at least I don't see him out on the field yet, though some stone has been spent, so maybe he's in queue, maybe he's out, maybe he's just not getting captured. The overlay, and villager getting taken down, getting sniped by the knight there.
So frustrating when you have spears there and it just, you know, they weren't quite in position. Knight circles around, charges the villager, gets the kill, and runs on away. Should get healed up down the road or just continue to be a pest.
He's juking them.
He just absolutely juked those spears circling around.
Broke the ankles.
Oh, 2 more spears were there, though.
Oh, he's getting another villager kill. He's getting another villager killed, absent.
Oh my, this is so frustrating if you're Myriad here.
I mean, everything comes in batches with Golden Horde, even the villager losses. Batukan tries to get some villager kills as well. Oh, yes. Might be getting one.
Maybe? One?
Yeah, gets a villager kill. What is that? Just throws up the random signaling arrow and leaves?
He didn't fully leave.
Sticking around a little bit, yeah.
Taking a little bit of extra damage.
That's a lot of spearmen now coming in, though. Baltune, he's gonna have to respect that and do something else with his military, other than just mass knights.
I don't know. He's a team game player. They do like to just stick on one unit and one unit only.
He plays a lot with players like Louis and CISO as well. They do play team games as well, so it's where they come from. It's why they invented the knight-only strategy.
Yeah, exactly. We've seen them do it quite often, even in solo games.
I think Baltune probably wants to prep an outpost on the gold behind us. No, he's getting some walls in instead. Some tactical quick walls there. archers jumping inside the outpost. It's going for a charge, baiting.
Yeah,
buying
just
some time
changing
for
the outpost.
damage.
Yeah, exactly, getting some extra fire onto the spear specifically. There, a villager. Hello.
He's just looking.
A little bit of a miss rally, misclick. We'll see. Who knows? Misclick for sure. Looks like he was gathering some berries. And for now, it is just Myriad pulling back for the time being. Baltune has finally dropped the range, has finally started to produce some archers, but you don't really want to move out with those until you get, you know, enough to start one-shotting the spearmen. Usually you're looking at about 10.
Now switching into the mass archers. 2 archer range is already up, and oh, this is a beautiful raid. Wraps around the wood line. Myriad, is he gonna see this in time? Doesn't look like it. 1, 2 villagers going down. 3.
Oh, almost gets a fourth. Villagers on the gold, still at a risk 2. They are able to back on away, and Baltune backs away as well. We do start to see some torches thrown on the wall, but he hasn't really made a mass movement over to those deer or anything like that. This is just kind of just annoying for him right now. It's
still chasing after the Torguts. Myriad at the moment, he's just making more spearmen as well behind this. It's just continuing to be the same army composition. Tried to also wall in some of the deers there. Villager did have to evacuate that spot. Single target being left behind by Myriad. Good play there. Just to make sure that the gathering operation there is suspended indefinitely.
Baltune just has so many knights right now. Even if he takes the fight against the spears, I feel like he just wins it straight up.
Yeah. With so many archers as well, he can easily snipe down the spears. Like 1 volley plus 1 knight attack should be able to take the spearman down. And it feels like he knows that he's got the lead there in that regard.
Yeah. Villager count difference up to 6. You know, slowly building with some eco kills. Feel like it should have been higher at this point, but I guess a little bit of TC idle time there from Baltune. Alright, we're just seeing a standoff at the front, Uvu. Army's still just chilling, but that archer number is now starting to be a concern that Myriad needs to worry about, because it is enough to one-shot the spearmen, it is enough to thin out that front mass.
Yeah, it feels like he was contemplating potentially going for Castle Age, kind of stopped investing into more units. We're now seeing blacksmith upgrades coming in, gets the pierce damage upgrade, so looking for an archer switch up here instead. Just gonna take a little bit of time to get to the mass that he needs here in order to hold. It's already 20 knights for Baltune. He's got a sizable economic lead behind all of this as well. And he's just starting to burn down the Ubus behind this, so Myriad's gonna be lacking when it comes to being able to mass up more and more of the Torguts here behind this.
Yeah, and starting to run lower on the deer over in the corner that he started on earlier. And this is one where Baltune could just have a really good timing here.
Oh, find some of the archers
get spotted out though. Big pickup here from Myriad.
I mean, the issue here is the Torguts do very low damage and there's no bonus damage, so they actually tickle the archers. And Baltune knows this, he's going for the wraparound. He's trapping them with the archers, completely body blocking them in. Oh man. Baltune now able to get out on the deer.
Yeah, this is the point. Baltune now is the one that is saving up for castle. He is going to go for this kind of castle timing push with he gets the knight upgrade. comes in rather quickly. Myriad, he's slower to castle. He's going to be getting there, but should be just a little bit delayed compared to Baltune on the French. Age up about to be dropped here from Baltune.
Which one is it gonna be? Should be Guildhall, but something in my mind tells me that it could also be Royal Institute, but it should be Guildhall. But it could be Royal Institute, but it should be Guildhall.
It should be Guildhall.
But it could be Royal Institute.
It could be Royal Institute, though. It seems like he's been like 50 feet away for so long. Here we go.
But it should be Guildhall.
Guildhall.
There it is. Guildhall's
Okay.
coming in. But it could have been Royal Institute, though.
It could have been Royal Institute, but decided on the Guildhall, pulling a few more villagers over onto it. So about 10 helping the age up. Myriad about to click up as well with the Muscovy Yasak.
He's going to be getting a little bit of additional armor in on the all goods that he has. Doesn't have too many out there at the moment. Baltune trying to burn down that fortified outpost, but there's a lot of units coming his way. Fortification Edict also being utilized here to buff up the nearby army.
Yeah, he at least got some torch damage in, got on out without taking any losses. Myriad, though, smartly healing that fortified outpost up in case Baltune tries it again. Guildhall, though, a couple seconds away. Baltune could have this timing work out perfect. Go ahead, immediately queue up Knight upgrade, Archer upgrade.
Yeah, behind
He's starting to move forward.
Myriad's already going for the sheep gathering upgrade on the stockyards.
Here we go, the Baltune. He's just going to wait for the Knight upgrade. Chivalry's about to finish too, and just dive in at that point.
Be a lot of upgrades hitting all at the same time, and yeah, he is indeed ready to go for the dive. Still half a minute remaining on Myriad's age up. That is taking quite a while now. It feels like forever. Definitely feels like forever when you're on the receiving end here and about to be dove onto. But there's also a lot of Karash out there. We do see the reinforcement edict being activated again. So all of the units here are getting an additional HP buff as well. I think Myriad, he's going to have to be respected here by Baltune. That is a good amount of units.
It is a good amount of units, a good amount of spears, but if those spears get focused down by the archers and get thinned out quickly without the upgrades, Archer upgrade just finishes. Same with the range damage. This is Baltune's time. He wants to time this right now as the upgrades come through, and Myriad does not have any. Royal Knights taking the fight on the front line. Spear number just hasn't been thinned out yet. Baltune does not want to take that fight yet, and his archers are starting to get focused.
Yeah, Baltune, he took a decent trade there at the beginning with the point-blank charge. But now's the point in time for him to run out of that. That is not a fight that he wants to take. Still able to kite and kill some units on the retreat. Knight needs to be careful, though. Reinforcements trickling in. And these long fights do work out in favor for the Golden Horde. As long as the Batu Khan is alive, he's going to be continuously throwing out these attack signaling arrows, which, if the fight goes long, go all the way up to, I believe it's like 30% bonus damage that the units do. Veterans here now on the units.
Crossbows being swapped into from...
Out of
able to get on over to the spears. Enough. Baltune's archer number, though, is just staying healthier and healthier. He's still continuing this mass, has a ton of knights in queue as well. He is ready to just keep this aggression up. He was able to remass his numbers so quickly.
Full fortified outpost coming on the deer. Myriad does not want to lose any villagers there. So with Ubu coming in, spearman count is getting culled here repeatedly, time and time again. Looks like Baltune, he realizes that now there are less spearmen than there's knights on his side. And he's just taking the fight. Archers still hemorrhaging at the spears. One villager is just trying to put the Ubu up behind all of this, but all the spearmen are gone now.
Knight numbers so healthy.
Some crossbows in the making, but they're getting picked up hard as they're just entering the field. Arms coming in as well, but it's just not gonna be enough. Myriad, no military remaining for him. Villagers seeking shelter inside the TC, but you cannot get Baltune with this many knights out of his base now.
Yeah, 16 knights is too much to deal with, even if you're making a counter unit, spear, crossbow. Now there's just too much of a trickle. Knight's gonna look for some more damage into the economy. Villager's going to have to run, and Baltune is still just going to keep the mass up and alive.
Villagers running for their lives here. Out on the map. Small wall is getting put up. Villagers running past, trying to make their way to the gold mine there to at least have some gold income. Baltune, he's gonna find the builds there. As they're building the wall, and this signal, it's okay. There's some villagers out there. Sends 2 knights across.
Yeah, now the villager is going to be split off on either side. He still has his archers on this side. Myriad, he just needs to drop a corner wall. He needs to wall these villagers in.
He's not going to get the corner wall in. Night raids coming in, and GG's getting called. Baltune able to win the first game in this set.
Yeah, just massed up those knights. He got a couple villager picks early, but I feel like that really wasn't the difference. It was just him knowing when to take that fight, when to just full commit, and slowly thinned out that spear number until it was that time for himself.
Yeah, just a thorough expansion onto the map there, onto the resource on the map by Baltune. Some great early walls there as well to secure the second tier. Look at the APM, 336 effective APM. These are the AoE4 world numbers there, so that is a very, very high APM rate to have.
Yeah, and this is where early on Baltune, look at him, able to just bait those units under some TC fire, and all of those early Dark Age units that Myriad made got taken out, allowed Baltune to be a little bit more aggressive, and got a few villager picks, but this is one where it kind of stalled out until Castle. But really, really solid back and forth game where there was a big army mass. Looking at this kind of screenshot now, it feels like Myriad was in a great position, but Baltune able to take those good trades.
And in the mid game, just the spearmen being caught a little bit out of position. The numbers have been thinned a little bit too much. Myriad not remaking enough spearmen there in enough time, like in the short amount of time between the next engagement. It's kind of everything that Baltune really needed there. Look at that, just 21 spearmen remaining. And then once the fight got taken, not enough at the front side there to buffer up for the archers. GG followed up shortly after. Next game, though, we're going to be moving over to Holy Island, where Myriad gets the Shushi's Legacy, and Baltune going to be utilizing the HRE. Now, HRE, very similar to the Order of the Dragon, but I feel like most players at this point do kind of favor the Order of the Dragon on Holy Island, just because of the uptime that you have on the bonus gather speed on the villagers. It's always there. It's baked in to the Order of the Dragon villagers after all, so you never really have to worry about that. Just a single Order of the Dragon unit always achieves so much idle time against any opponent.
Yeah, and you know, we saw the Holy Island game earlier. We saw the potential meditation garden spot. It was still a good meditation gardens. Let's see if there's gonna be a spawn that is that good on this map, as you know, obviously that is one of the first main things to look at.
Yeah, meditation garden. We've seen some pretty crazy spots out there for it, but similarly to what was the last game that we saw out there as well with it? It's was Demu versus Valma? Yeah, that we just saw earlier today, but that was with Order of the Dragon. HRE, they don't quite have that explosiveness when it comes to just the first couple of units when they hit. But HRE can mass a great number of units, and especially when you go for something like a Burgrave push. Now, with Order of the Dragon, it's more like about having maximum uptime on the Burgrave, because you do get that very big discount on it, so you can make units the entire time throughout. With the HRE, it's more about just getting this one big army mass going very, very quickly with that very quick production, and then just overwhelming your opponent with sheer numbers. I wonder if that really works, because mass crossbows and with the pathing, it should be a lot easier for Shushi's Legacy to hold against the HRE than it is for them to hold against Order of the Dragon.
Yeah. Well, only time will tell here. Obviously, only hybrid map picked this series. Frisian Marshes, you know, not quite a hybrid map. A lot of shoreline fish people start taking. And then King of the Hill and Baldlands, both some very aggressive maps left over in this series. So, you know, I feel like kind of suits both of these players. They're both kind of, I would say, semi-aggressive players. Baltune, especially being a team game player, loves his cav, loves doing a little bit of raiding at times.
Yeah, raid's definitely gonna be necessary here in this one. I'm wondering if this one... I mean, most likely we will be seeing the Archon Chapel here, getting a little bit of a head-to-head here between both Baltune and Myriad. They haven't played too many sets up against each other. The last one actually all the way back at the Garrison, at the Hamburg LAN that we've had quite a while ago. For the set before 2023... and the Elite Classic Silver League, man. Talk about a blast from the past. So those were the times, like the 2023 and the Silver League, those were the times, if you can recall, where Myriad was just an English one-trick on ladder. That was what he was known for at the time. An English ladder one-trick. That was quite a while ago.
He's come a long way since those times. I kind of laughed. There were a lot of players that went from one tricks to then, you know, expanding their horizons and starting to try new civs and you know, getting that really true balance that you have to have for tournaments. I mean, just look how many civs are available now. There's so many options, and you have to be able to function at least to a somewhat of an extent on all of them, basically.
Yeah. Oh, man. There's a point in time where the comments are getting a little bit unhinged in the chat.
Yeah, you know, it's some people get a little out of hand, and you know, you just got to zone them out at times.
Yeah. Aye. But now 20 seconds separating us from game number 2. Can Myriad even out the set here against Baltune? Shushi's Legacy definitely giving him all the tools that he needs for it up against the HRE here on Holy Island. But never count HRE out on these hybrid maps. They do, of course, have a very solid tool set there. We're going to be jumping in to our game number 2 any second now. There it is.
Here we go. Game number 2 beginning with a Rax opening for Baltune here on the HRE. Myriad over there as Zuji is the one moving out to take the water. So let's see if the Dark Age play pays off here for Baltune, as this is not the only time I've seen him play like this on this map.
And he's immediately going for some aggression onto the villager from Myriad. And do mind you, that players have come to the consensus that Dark Age aggression on this map just comes in way too late. So you don't typically want to go for it. But with the HRE, you do get that bonus 10% movement speed on the Spearman. Maybe Baltune thinks to themselves, okay, with the 10% movement speed, I've got enough in order to get a decent enough timing in on the aggression. But all it really takes, is for Myriad to spot one of the Spearmen out and just make a transport ship. And just transport to one of the islands and put a dock up over there.
That is an easy reaction there to do it. But the spear, it's about to arrive. Myriad, he spots out the no dock play. He spots out the Spearman now, his villager. And there it is, transport ship in queue.
He's just trying to bide his time, trying to keep the villager alive.
Second Spearman is on its way, though. I think it's close, but transport ship, it's going to be there first.
there it is. Villager jumps inside. Gets inside.
And there you go, exactly as you mentioned. Myriad able to make the reaction. It still slows down this fishing quite a bit. Baltune still can do other things with his spears, such as deny the gold as well. So making age up a little bit more difficult, and then can drop a dock of his own.
Yeah, he is going to need to drop his own dock.
Holy sheep.
The question is, where is he going to drop the dock? He could, in theory, drop the dock on Myriad's side. And yeah, he is sending the villager out. Is he actually going to drop the dock on Myriad's side? Could be the play there.
It looks like it. It's currently 22 sheep to 10 now. At least Baltune picked up a few. But, you know, not a crazy importance of sheep on this map typically, but it is if you don't go for water at all. Myriad does have an Imperial official to go gather some of that tax gold, so if he is full tonight off with gold, not too big of a deal, as he can make up for it. Next spear arrives, trying to burn down this dock a little bit quicker. And it looks like it's more like the mid-map where he's building the dock. Is he building it yet? Can't even tell. Yeah, he is.
It's more in the middle of the map, yeah. But he's eventually going to be getting his own transport ship in as well. Will be able to kill the villager, but Myriad is going to be... Oh my god, imagine what... Giga 9000 IQ play. You now take the transport ship and you go all the way over to Baltune's neutral trade post island and build another dock there.
Don't you just still die to a transport ship play?
And he won't expect another transport ship over there, right? Like, he wouldn't have expected...
I think the dock almost sees everything now. But yeah, I guess you're right. We'll see.
It doesn't see all the way. It doesn't see all the way to the island. It doesn't have that much line of sight.
All right,
He's gonna get enough resources in for his own age up soon. The question is, where is he going to be putting the meditation garden? I don't think he's gonna want to move out too far onto the map, just because there's always the threat of spearmen being nearby. Oh my god, there's such great meditation garden spots there, though. Can't get all of the berries in range of it, unfortunately. Might just be going for it inside of his base, next to the stone and the berries there. Oh my god, there's some great ones. But yeah, he's opting for the safe one inside of his base. And yeah, it's so sad that he can't go for it. The spearmen just completely deny that play.
Yeah, but fishing boats now move out to a different deep sea fish. Baltune dropping a second dock. Myriad only has one. He's scouting out this additional dock play, though, by Baltune. Baltune, not too far behind on the age up of his own. Chapel getting built next to the wood line.
10 villagers working on that age up.
Another couple. Are they? Yep. 12. He wants this finished fast.
Oh, spearman. Essentially getting at least one villager kill. Baltune splitting up the spears.
Good split. Yeah, good split on the spears. Able to pick up one villager there. We are seeing a galley as the first military ship for Myriad. It is the only one as of now. Chapel finishes. Baltune
gets another
goes for the gold
kill.
villagers again, and he actually
almost got another kill there.
Yeah.
Some big pickups there early on. The outpost position
just loses one spearman.
The outpost position reminds me of a player, I have to say.
Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh, some call it a pressure tower.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure going on right there. Counter galley coming in now. Yeah, Baltune just every time harassing the gold villagers. They're causing a lot of idle time. Myriad just now finally getting enough gold in order to be able to afford a sprinkled ship. First sprinkled ship already in for Baltune. Archer range now also coming in once again. Whenever Myriad least suspects it. A little back and forth here, but the outpost slowly but surely taking the spears down.
I mean, those spears have provided so much value, though. Every single time he looks away, he just comes right back.
When is it finally enough, says Myriad. Already 3 villagers taken down. Springle chip. Time to do some significant damage there to the archer ship. Repair needs to come in. It's repaired just in time.
Shot
Second
doesn't get off.
Now. Wait, is Baltune commit again? He did commit. But the villagers didn't die, but some are very close. Wouldn't be surprised if he tries to get a kill with the scout. Nah, okay. Shuganu takes that one down now as well.
Scout gets taken down. Fishing boats being used to heal up those boats from Myriad. Baltune, though, just more ships coming out. Does have a demo and has an extra... No, it's just another sprinkled ship, so... Now demos coming from Myriad as well. Big thing for Myriad, though, is he's limited to those 2 docks unless he moves that villager back out with the transport ship, because there's just not enough room on the island.
Ooh, archer ship getting
galley
sniped there.
Taken down.
More springle ships coming in, though. We're up to 4. Demo ship
Demo
barely
ship.
survives.
Fishing boat got taken on out. Demo ship sniped on out on both sides.
It's quite a close one. Both players just massing more and more springle ships now.
Yeah, Baltune at 5 springled ships. No other type of ship out for him. Does have horsemen, though, starting to move out and about. Pushing forward with his springled ships, trying to get a pickup on the other side. Shot almost gets it. 1 springled ship taken down, but now doesn't want to overstep a little bit. Kind of just now this constant back and forth. Baltune will have an extra dock, though, to be able to produce from now.
Horseman being switched into now by Myriad. Horseman alongside of some Shuganu tries to do some pressure on land. Demo ship getting sniped out there. Villagers yet again in trouble.
Yeah, just a lot of idle time force. Couple galleys moving forward here for Baltune now, trying to snipe down the ships on the backside. The archer ships, 1 springled ship gets killed. Now his galley's going to start getting focused here soon. Demo ship
gets
sniped on out.
Only enough springle ships to force Myriad back, at least for the time being. Now Baltune, is he trying to snipe down the archer ships? Nope, goes for the springle ships instead.
Yeah, keeping his archer ships alive, doing a great job just out massing right now, using the numbers as an advantage, but losing another springled ship as the fishing boats are healing up for Myriad. That's the big difference in this fight right now.
Yeah, the active healing there makes sure that Myriad is taking the superior traits, and now idled out on the gold. Baltune losing his gold axes for the time being. He's floating a good amount of wood behind this. Might need to actually pull some of the... Oh my god, he's making farms.
He's got extra wood. He needs food. It is farms under the chapel. Never feels good, but Myriad, he's now using this time to move out with the villager and build another dock. He needs this so desperately. If this went any longer, Baltune could use that 3rd dock as a bigger advantage for himself, but Myriad been trading well and giving himself an advantage.
Yeah, Baltune, while he still has the superior numbers on water, doesn't actually have any great water economy working for himself at all. So it feels like this water play isn't really helping him a lot at the moment at all.
Does spot out the dock right as it gets built. Springle ships are there. Villager gets taken out.
Post getting discovered there on the deer.
Horseman gets taken out. Shoot gets taken out as well. Just distracted in a few different spots here.
He's just waiting there menacingly. It looks like a horseman once again trying to pressure a little bit. Oh,
Immediately
ship
takes
getting
out.
sniped down.
Yeah. Demo got pretty low as well. 7 springled ships is no joke here. Demo ships almost getting left behind again. It's 7 to like 5 springled ships. It looks like actually just 4 right now. But Demo's pushing forward. Horseman onto the gold vein yet again.
Sweet springle ship getting focused down. Emergency repair coming in on that one mining camp. Baltune suddenly, it looks like he managed to fix his unequal macro situation there. Moved out to the gold at the top side as well, or is about to move out there.
Yeah,
Myriad.
snipes out the demo ship too while Myriad is distracted elsewhere. So Baltune really been taking advantage of that.
Yeah, Myriad did manage to catch up in the springle ship department. Oh, villagers getting caught out. Inside the outpost there. Horseman running after the Jugenu. Remaining horseman going to defend.
Yeah, Baltune should be able to pick up those trades pretty well. Villager, though, should get picked off. So good pickup by Myriad here. Couple economy picks, but loses quite a bit of military for it. Baltune has 7 horsemen now. Spears, though, on the way. Good reaction. Myriad needs it for the amount of horsemen that Baltune has now.
Spearman now also coming in for Myriad. Baltune recommitting onto the springled ships and is going for another push there. At the same time, horseman wrapping around. Just a whole lot of back and forth at the moment.
Yeah, Baltune might hit the wood line right as he pushes forward with the military ships.
Myriad, an army composition that you can in theory go for with the Shushi's Legacy in this matchup in particular would just be the mass early Palace Guards, but he lacks the food in order to really sustain that. Doesn't have that many fishing ships massed into, and the horsemen do get the dive in onto the wood line. One villager getting taken down. Could
So
be
much
2.
idle time. And at the same time, he's now fighting onto the water as well. Myriad pushing forward, wants to take advantage of this, but Baltune has quite a few springled ships himself. Demo ships are trailing for Myriad, though. Could get a good pickup here if he can get that into the middle of the springled ship mass. Demo ship low, taken out. Next one, sniped out as well.
Demo ships in queue at the moment for Baltune. The docks are nearby, so Myriad needs to be extra careful. And does fall back. Demo ships coming in, getting sniped out again. Both sides.
Yep. Another couple demo ships going for the flank, but archer ships are ready.
Connects.
Able to barely connect, able to hit a springled ship. Another demo ship from Myriad side, getting close, not able to connect. Baltune throwing one away as well.
Baltune did remake some docks in the backside. Villagers looks like they pulled the ships there. Some more did get taken down. Myriad
More
managing
springled
to-
ship picked
Oh, the
up.
springled! That was a close one. Sniped down as well, though.
Yeah, Baltune
game
really
here at
feels
this
like he
point.
has this number here on the water, though, now. A lot of
has
those
no
springled ships
fishing
from
at all.
Myriads are very low.
Yeah. But they can be repaired up. Myriad has the fishing ships. Baltune does not. More are getting killed there, though. And we do have some emplacements as well. Some naval emplacements coming in. Baltune, is he pushing this in now, though? Looks like he is pushing forward. Trapping
Demo
Myriad in the
ship.
corner there.
Demo.
Demo on both sides. Gets sniped down again on both sides.
Oh, Demo on the flank. Good reactions by Baltune on both sides.
Pringle's pushing in. Is he committing though? There's a lot of repair coming in.
It feels like the repair isn't enough here for Myriad. He's still losing quite a few of these ships. There's not too many left. Baltune still has the numbers, still has the galleys on the front side.
Numbers are shrinking though. They are shrinking rapidly. Repair does amass alongside it, of course, with the emplacement there. Looks like Baltune is starting to mass up a little bit of a water economy behind as well, while idling out Myriads. Myriad's still with
it looks
9
like
villagers on the
Baltune's
goal.
thinking about Castle.
Yeah, he could be, with the additional food income that's coming his way now. Let's take a quick look at the wood line, though, for Baltune at the moment, as I think it's shrunken down quite a bit. He is still actively gathering with the Archon Chapel inspiration.
Yeah, it has that mining camp, or the lumber camp where it's inside the chapel, so every time they drop off, they re-get the buff. Horseman raid onto the goal again. This is in vision every time, but Myriad just a little bit slow to react, a little bit delayed there, and Horseman able to get good connections over and over. First it was Spears, then it was Horseman.
Early Palace Guard now onto the field. Baltune, you mentioned it, he's looking for the castle age up. Myriad now pushing on water. Actually does have the number superiority now when it comes to the sprinkled ships. Burgrave Palace is going to be the answer from Baltune.
Yep, Burgrave is on the way. Baltune's starting to lose docks. There is a fishing boat that just pops out and just is moseying his way back all the way to a better location to start gathering fish from. Baltune, though, he's losing these docks. He's losing these docks fast. Needs to maybe mass up a few of these sprinkled ships as he's aging up. He actually canceled Burgrave and changed it over to Regnitz.
Yeah, Regnitz instead. That's an interesting choice. I mean, it's a little bit greedy now, because of course you want to maximize the value that you get out of the relics on the map. But you got to get the relics in first, and I feel like Burgrave, just in general, secures you so much more potential, and you can never underestimate the plus 50% damage on a charge, because that means that you're effectively able to chase after villagers and take them down with just a couple of hits. Regnitz is going to finish up now. Baltune has enough resources to instantly grab some upgrades on water. We do see the Sprinkled Cruise upgrade coming in, as well as the fortified hull. The upgrades had been buffed some time ago, so they do come in a little bit faster. Still needs to bide some time, though, for these upgrades to manifest. 10 more seconds. It feels like an eternity now. He's getting pushed all the way to the edge of the map there.
Demo ships are right there. They're hard to see. This is when it gets very scary. Needs to snipe out the demos. There's so many fishing boats out there, too. Demos close, though. Myriad backs away with the demos, though. They haven't gone for it yet.
Fishing ships
blows
also
up in
just
the fishing
body blocking.
ships.
The upgrades are in. He loses all of the fishing ships, but able to keep his military mass on water. Should be able to potentially win the fight there. Demo ships also coming in now alongside everything else. Is going to force Myriad back. Myriad happy with the damage that he did there, though.
Oh my god!
Crazy connection as Myriad sleeps asleep at the steering wheel for just a millisecond too long and loses all of his sprinkled ships. And Baltune, he still had like 1,300 wood in the bank. He can instantly remass all of those fishing ships that he just lost.
Yeah, he's going for galleys first, though. I feel like fishing boats might be the play, but might not know what type of position Myriad's in right now.
What is Myriad doing on the
massing up
island
on
there?
land.
What does Myriad have there? Oh, he's got demo ships waiting. Okay. Looking for an opportunity there. Baltune's pushing forward. It's just mass demo ships now. Baltune, he is respecting, he is massing up now. Oh no! late reaction.
Look at how many villagers are dead.
That's GG.
That's just pure devastation. So much for all the fishing boats that died. That's so many villagers that died. But demo ships in great position here. There's a massive demo ships able to connect, able to get into the middle of Baltune sprinkle ships. And oh my god!
Dreamlike connections, but it feels like it's all just a little bit too late. So many villagers got killed now on land for Myriad. He still has a good army out there. Mount Blue Academy coming up next. Is it gonna be enough? Baltune, he still has the economic tech lead, and he's got the Knights in outer space. Spearmen kind of getting thrown away. That means that the Knights are gonna have free reign to take down the Jugunu.
Yeah, the Spearmen were the most important thing to stay alive there, but now the Knights get free reign here, get to take out the rest of the Chooks, and then it is just head across the map, deny Myriad this position going forward. Baltune knows how much damage he did on that wood line now.
Relic also coming in for Baltune behind this. Every relic is just so much value now with the Ragnits in play. Egypt just came in for Myriad. Don't see any upgrades on water coming in for him yet. Starting to put up a couple more stables. Looks like it's going to be going for mass Lancer play. Baltune's economy not looking bad on land as well, though, and he did remass a little bit on water. Does overall have the economic lead at the moment.
Yeah, Baltune, though, he's looking to try to find some more villager connections. He says, all right, I harassed that 1 gold a ton. Now it's time to move on to the next gold and start harassing. And sure enough, find some connections right off the bat. Archers are there to support. Might just want to snipe out the few spears here and lose these archers. And sure enough, only 1 spear left. Great micro there by Baltune. Our archers actually stay alive because of it, because now the Knights get to turn back around.
Myriad does have a pretty backlog when it comes to even more Knights in production, though. Baltune needs to be careful, as Myriad's just fully singling in on the Knight-only play, while Baltune's still massing archers behind all of this as well. Does realize now that there's a great amount of lances coming his way, and does fall back for the time being. These Knights are relatively low health now.
It's the 4th relic Baltune's bringing back.
Oh no, the pathing. Maybe a Wololo. Not gonna be happening. HP Knights going down. More Knights in queue. Mass at the moment is 10 to 5 Knights on the field. And yeah, Baltune finally switching over to crossbows. Question is this timing good enough for him? He's still taking the fights. The Archer's actually taking oh my god, there's no Pierce Armor upgrades at the moment for Myriad. There's no Pierce Armor upgrades.
Those Knights are actually taking significant damage from the Archers.
That is massive. At the same time, water fight happening yet again. A big
fishing boats.
Demo ships coming in. And he's going straight for the sprinkle ships.
He knows if he takes down the sprinkle chips, he can take out the fishing for free. Demo's gonna pop out for Baltune.
Decent connections. All the fishing ships getting taken down, though, behind it all. Still no Pierce Armor. He's got a decent economy on land.
Yep, still no Pierce Armor. The Lancers that are moving out for Myriad kind of getting thrown away now, taking very inefficient trades.
Baltune, even with the loss on the waterfront, his land economy, as he said, it is looking so good at this point that that he can just continuously mass on land.
Yeah, he still has so much food income. He is about to hit Myriad's gold again for, what, the 29th time this game. A few more villagers should go down. Crossbows are here, so Lancers have to turn, taking a trade that they are going to lose. Villagers, they decide to try to go back to the gold. They can't go back to that gold. Every time Baltune loses water, he ends up taking a great fight on land.
It's a little bit of a shutdown there on the meditation guard, but yeah, most importantly, just taking down the outpost now, completely shutting Myriad down on gold. There's a big move out to the deer. It's getting spotted by a prelate that wants to, and look at the shift click. He's going right, like he's taking the right, moving it right to the villagers. He wants to try and at least get a Wololo, idle out the villagers a little bit more. They're getting shut down on the gold there now, though. Myriad, I feel like for him at the moment, it's just the process of acknowledging.
Doesn't get the oh, he was trying to do a bait Wololo too. It was gonna be so good.
Gets denied there, but the villagers have been found out, and now Baltune, he's shifting everything over. 9, 10 to 42 military out in the field. Some of it is on water as well. Myriad, there's just no way that he can hold this.
No, not a chance. He's got 2 crossbows and 1 knight out with a couple horsemen. The mass for Baltune is just going to be a death ball here. Go untouched. Not even sure if he can lose any units here taking this fight. Villagers just have to watch from the edge. And Myriad, he throws in the towel. Baltune takes the lead on the series 2-0 now.
2-0, and up against an opponent that just beat Puppy Paw 3-0 earlier, as previous said, and Baltune. It's not the first time in these weekly Road to Wololos that Baltune has surprised us with his upsets, or just in general with his flawless performance.
Yeah, very, very clean games there. I mean, that are actually not so much clean, I guess, this game. It was back and forth. Water was absolutely crazy on this game, but it was weird because, like, on this map, it didn't feel like there was the usual typical fishing boom, so water was just more of a constant military distraction.
Yeah. Water. I mean, it especially on a map like Holy Island, it really just can be so distracting, and Myriad losing a ton of villagers there in the wood line earlier. I feel like that kind of changed the entire game pace, because if he got the age up in with the position that he was in prior, he had like a 15 economic unit lead. Kind of lost it all to that one raid in the wood line. Next up though, gonna be moving over to King of the Hill with Macedonians up against the Rus for Baltune.
Yeah, so I mean, that is one where King of the Hill is I feel like everyone always does pick Rus on this map. It ends up getting through a lot. It's not like they're are known as the most OP civ on it, but it just seems like they have so many bonuses that compound with the King of the Hill map as well. So we'll see what Baltune has in store as the hunting cabin openings. It depends how many you're going to be going for here.
Yeah. King of the Hill, like, I've been playing a lot of Macedonians on this map in particular, with King of the Hill. It feels like, I mean, I've talked about this earlier, right? Like the Golden Horn Tower, it low-key feels like a mini Red Palace that you got going on. And if you get it up on this middle sacred site, it is so difficult, so difficult to get the Macedonians off of the sacred site there.
Yeah, so we'll see if that's what he goes for. Obviously, Rus has a lot of tools in the toolbox to try to deny that earlier on. Might have a much cleaner castle age timing with all the passive gold you can get from your hunting cabins, but how many hunting cabins will he go?
How many hunting cabins indeed? Is it going to be 2? Is it going to be 3? Maybe even 4? We'll see. Definitely going to be more than 1 though. That much is for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it should be at least, but you never know. I don't see why he wouldn't, as it just, produces you so much gold. You have that free ticket trade that you will consistently have, as we should not see a Kremlin play on this map, or just in general here from Rus lately.
Yeah, Kremlin in the middle, that would be quite something, but then you kind of miss out on the wood buff there in your own base. I'd love to see it. Unfortunately, probably not gonna happen.
Unfortunately not, you know, but it could be one of those times where like Baltune's like, you know what, I'm up 2-0. Let's give the people what they want. Let's show a little excitement here. Give them some change of pace.
Yeah, honestly, I'm favoring Macedonians here in this one. Just in general, having the additional, or rather potential of getting up to 3 ranged armor on your knights on the Radari. Sure, Radari have been nerfed significantly recently. They are still going to be able to put up quite a fight, especially up against like the Cav Archers in their current form with all of the bonus armor that they're getting.
Yeah, that is definitely the case. We've seen, you know, Rus's horse archers finally get nerfed a few times over now. Not quite the same benefit that they used to have, but still is a play that a lot more people have still been going. They usually just pair in another unit with it now.
Yeah, typically something that I see Vortex, or rather something that I have seen Vortex do quite a lot, is just spamming Spearmen alongside the Cavalry Archers. That's typically one of the best army compositions that you can go for. It's just mass Spearmen alongside the Rus Cav Archers, especially now that Cav Archers start actually countering out normal archers a lot more, like even in straight head-to-head engagements, with the additional bonus to their attack speed, because now they have this like very similar attack speed to normal archers, but with just more base damage and a lot more health on them as well.
Yeah, it definitely is kind of that little bit of a switch. The change in base damage makes it to where they don't quite trade as well into, you know, their knights that they usually are facing up against. But hey, it is one that you know, adapt, change the gameplay, change the game plan. But King of the Hill being our third map. If Myriad able to take this one down, we have Baldlands and Frisian Marshes as the last 2 options.
Yeah, Baldland, Frisian Marshes. Frisian Marshes is definitely one of the more macro-oriented games. King of the Hill is also macro-oriented to a certain amount, but I think it also just depends on like positioning around these fights. Like a sacred site in the middle, resource around it, it can make pathing quite awkward when it comes to taking these fights. So you kind of have to, you need that esport mind in order to really like know which fights you can take there effectively.
Yeah, definitely makes it very, very difficult here. And yeah, we did see that Demu versus Anatan. Demu ended up throwing in the towel after second game just due to the illness. He wasn't feeling good. During the interview earlier, you could tell he was, you know, not feeling the greatest on the struggle bus a little bit. He said he had been puking in between some of the games, so hope he feels better. Hope he can recover and get back at it next week.
Yeah, it's one of those unfortunate things, right? Like if you're not in, or you're not feeling too healthy, you're not feeling too good for some of these games, it can affect you. You still put up a great set though in the first one, right? Like up against Voldemar, so definitely performance-wise he was still there. But when it comes to stamina with sickness, definitely it's one of those things where you might not be able to keep it up for too long.
Yep, exactly. But on to this game number 3, potential last game of the day on King of the Hill. Baltune playing as the Rus versus Myriad as the Macedonians.
There it is. Third hunting cabin about to be built by Baltune. All the way in the corner from the looks of it. It's going to want to leave at least some space.
Yeah.
Now you want to leave some space there for the... I think it's still fine for the high trade house, right? Like you can put it up next to the second wood line there as well.
Sure, I just feel like you'd rather have it fully tucked in the corner, but who knows? You know, maybe gain a little bit more value now for less value later.
It doesn't matter too much with the way they change the scaling on the amount of trees, right? Like it kind of just stops at a certain point. Or it doesn't increase itself that much anymore. We used to have these high trade houses with like up to 400. I think I've seen like the highest that I've seen was like 600 or 700 gold per minute on a single high trade house. Nowadays, the maximum that you tend to see is like 250.
Yeah, still quite a bit of immediate gold trickle, especially considering they already have a bunch of other passive gold trickles from the hunting cabins.
Every little bit counts.
It is only the 3 hunting cabin opening from Baltune. Did not opt for a 4th, although we saw it in a game earlier here today.
Fourth one is quite the investment, though. So just opting for 3 here instead. Armor camp already coming in, and there's the Imperial Hippodrome from Myriad. No big surprises there.
Yep, not shocked by any means. Same thing for Baltune. Should see the Golden Gate dropped here in just a couple seconds. It should not be a Kremlin, unfortunately.
There's the Golden Gate now. No forward Kremlins, indeed. What's the plan going to be behind this from Baltune? Is he going to... I mean, you kind of need to respect the Hippodrome from Myriad in some point, in some regards. Like, he's going to need some spearmen. He's most likely still going to want to go Pro Scout behind this, I would assume.
Yeah, he could always opt for a few knights as well if he so desires, but I feel like wants to spend that gold on the Pro Scouts first. So yeah, spears into Pro Scouts and then see what develops from there.
Baltune just gathering up some wood at the moment. Most likely be dropping that wooden fortress. Hasn't been making any additional scouts so far, so maybe first going for the barracks before he's going for the wooden fortress. Not 100% sure on what exactly the game plan's going to be here.
Myriad getting survival techniques, already moved out to that deer a little bit ago and rallying that way, so we'll have a nice little food economy going for himself. Age Up has finished for Baltune. Age Up about to finish for Myriad. So Feudal Age begins. Baltune, plenty of villagers over on those straggler trees still. And Pro Scouts, I think, is still to play there in queue.
There's going to be some horsemen alongside those Hippodrome champions. No additional scouts yet in queue from Baltune, though, so I think he's going to be waiting. At least he's going to be getting the upgrade in, but he's going to be waiting for a couple of spearmen. He'll most likely be making. First stronghold coming in now on Myriad on his side.
Yep, still just this kind of initial feudal age points where we're getting production buildings down, we're getting those first couple units. Baltune's main focus here is just get that deer income started, get that stronger food economy going for himself.
There's a wood line getting found out, so Myriad will have the information on that wood line being gathered from there by Baltune. Has enough now for the wooden fortress, so could be getting that up just to be able to defend the woodline as well as some of the hunting cabins there. Archer follow-up now by Myriad, so immediately has the army composition that he needs to beat against, to beat out the spearmen that Baltune has been making now.
Yeah, good proactive play there by Myriad. Baltune up to 4 scouts. Doesn't look like he's opting for any more right now. Wants to, again, just kind of that allows you to have two trips to get each deer pack, and you know get your food economy rolling for yourself. More and
Rising,
more
we do see
horsemen.
a knight now coming in, and Baltune actually just passive gold income at over 100. He can afford a knight every minute.
Yep, a knight every minute, or you know, a blacksmith upgrade every minute. He's got a few different options there for it, but knight's gonna pair very, very well with this military mass, with you know those front line of spears.
Yeah, spearmen now coming in from Myriad as well. Trying to steal some of the deer there. Baltune, he's kind of struggling though for the food right now. So he definitely needs to get some access there onto the deer. Has managed to at least buy himself a little bit of breathing room now, so scouts trying their best now to bring the deer back. Still need to be careful though. Horsemen and archers going for the dive again. Onto the scouts.
Oh, archer's left a little bit forward. One archer should fall here. Does end up falling.
Spearman quickly getting taken down, but there's the Hippodrome Horseman. Now doing some additional damage there as well. But deer are being brought back. That's the most important thing here at the moment now for Baltune. Survival techniques coming in alongside all of this. Archer range getting prepped as well, and still trying to at least be a little bit annoying with the deer there. Outpost coming in, actually forcing an outpost for Myriad there.
The scout annoyance forces the outpost. It kind of makes sense though. Baltune's had knights, so Baltune, has scouted this location for a while, clearly, and could always just rally a knight that way and actually do some longer term economic damage. So outpost not the worst idea there from Myriad.
Scout still being chased by the one horseman. Looks like he's able to make it out alive though, as the knights do come in to save the day.
Yeah, good amount of return damage there with the charge.
There's not a single blacksmith upgrade in yet for Myriad. I think he's probably waiting for the pierce damage to come in. And some villagers moving over to stone, so most likely we'll also be getting that stronghold arrow slits and placement in at some point.
So many villagers under that TC for Baltune. He does have some spears of his own pushing forward, moving Myriad's army back on away. So Baltune's starting to take more of that map control now, starting to move out and about, try to secure the next set of deer for himself.
Deer pack. About to get taken there as well. Myriad, there's been a couple of situations now where he's just been housed for quite a while. Still housed at the moment. Fight potentially about to be taken.
Yeah. Positioned really well for this fight. There are a few spears there though. Gonna try to snipe him down. Doesn't have a big archer mass yet.
One-shot them.
Spear mass got taken down pretty quick though. Myriad doesn't have a big front line. Baltune's knights still alive and healthy. Baltune taking this fight and winning it substantially.
Not enough reinforcements coming in for Myriad. He's lost his entire army now. 10 to 21 military units. Some units just being sacrificed there as well.
Yeah, that's a huge pickup there for Baltune. Really is going to allow him to just do whatever he wants across this map now, knowing that Myriad lost so much. Could just allow him to chill and go up to castle, or just keep this aggression going, keep this production up.
Yeah, he's got 4 tickets still remaining in the Golden Gate, so could exchange that for a lot of the gold that he would need to age up. Already mostly there, but he is still investing more into the knights behind this.
Moving out to the boar as well, so Baltune, again, feeling comfortable taking this map control, feeling good to be able to move out to an even better food resource for himself.
There's the Rigari champion in now as well. Myriad, he just pulled 10 villages over to gold, so he's going to want to get his own age up going soon as well. Question is, can he? Baltune, he's taking the board, loses 1 villager for it.
Big
as
rip
tradition.
there.
Yeah, it's kind of a tradition at this point, where when you go for the boar and you don't want a micro, you're gonna lose that bill.
Yep, Baltune trying to take a fight, loses a knight. It was already lower health for it. Is dropping the high trade house in the corner. It does look like it's just in front of that hunting cabin, but will still produce a significant amount of gold here.
And Myriad, he's sending a lot of villagers towards the middle of the map now, the center. If he's able to get the landmark, the Golden Horn Tower, next to the Sacred Site, that is going to be incredibly tough for Baltune to take that position away from him.
Whole army is here for Myriad. Baltune, he has the army numbers, he just doesn't have it all here together, isn't pushing out, doesn't have the knowledge and information of what Myriad is doing here. Or does he? Soon enough, will scout it out. It's just going to be a little late here. Spots out the Golden Horn Tower being built in the middle of the map. Moving his army that way now, needs to just delay it, needs to stall it as much as he can. There's only 8 villagers here, so pretty greedy by Myriad, but it's about a quarter of the way up already. There's the rest of the army for Baltune. He's starting to push forward, takes the initial engagement.
Can he buy enough time, though?
I don't think he builds in time.
Yeah, 30 seconds remaining. He's going to need to sacrifice everything here. The Knights, they're just running for it. Body block coming in from Myriad. Great body block, actually. Trying his best to buy the time. Yeah, the archers didn't move in time. 10 seconds.
It's enough. It's enough.
Is it? 5? Yeah, the archer's not moving up. Even if you lose the entire military, it is completely fine. The Golden Horn Tower gets put up. And with it, Myriad... I mean... Can he lose this? Unlikely.
I mean, I would think that Baltune, you know, now you just need to start trying to siege it down. Unfortunately, it's like there's a keep up there already.
Just a,
like a Red Palace.
Red Palace, yeah. And Myriad has a good amount of archers behind all of this as well now. Baltune, he's putting up some walls at the top side, securing some of the relics. Double Monastery has been dropped by him. So he's definitely interested in getting as many relics in as possible. Wolf Farm's already getting put down now. Myriad, all he needs is to start capturing up that center sacred site. Baltune with a single scout there in the back line. In the back of Myriad's base. He's getting so much valuable information out of that. And it looks like the wall-off from Myriad is not going to be finished off in time. As a knight is able to find out a villager there. Take that one down.
Yep, spot some villagers on the deer in that southern side. They've been down there for a while. Wall getting finished on the north for Baltune as well. So Baltune just trying to kind of secure up a good portion of his base. Should be basically on the last deer carcass it looked like under his TC. Relics being brought back in. First one on its way.
Ships are being pulled. Villagers not taking anything from that knight. Dishing out instead. Myriad looking to be in control in this one. I really like the position that he's in at the moment.
And Baltune still has a big military mass. He's getting the relics back in. Myriad just now starting to secure that sacred site. He is grabbing a relic for himself as well.
Yeah, the sacred site was a little bit delayed there. Myriad choosing to go for the relic first instead of just immediately going for the sacred site. It's a little bit off. I think like the main priority needs to immediately be on capturing that sacred site instead of bringing that relic back. Delaying the timer by 30 seconds. You gotta start it as soon as possible. And there it is. Timer now up. Sacred site victory condition. 10 minutes from now. Oh, relic. Put that back. Put that back.
Wanted to pick it up, put it back down. Pick it up, put it back down.
There you go.
Now going over to grab the second relic. Third one behind his wall, so should be 3 relics there for Myriad. compared to Baltune's 2. Baltune, though, with that wooden fortress he just built, looks like it's a good line in the sand for positioning point to maybe do some sieging, or he might just ignore the center for a little bit of time, go for the base like we saw earlier today.
That's a pretty big army, though, for Baltune. A lot of crossbows there as well. Relic is going to get picked up. Not sure whether that's going to actually be taken, though. Wololo coming in, getting sniped immediately. Archers sniping out the crossbowman there. Not quite enough in order to get the one-shot in. He's not anymore. Dari, still a very strong front line, though, taking down the men-at-arms front line with ease.
Yeah, those men-at-arms, they're trying to be a tanky front line. They're just not as tanky as those Radari. Crossbows doing a good amount of damage. Baltune says, all right, I'll go for a Wololo myself on the unit that that he killed. Not quite able to get that pick up. And overall, Myriad, actually, fight goes pretty heavily his way at the end of it still. You know, yeah.
Worse.
Baltune had a lot more there, and it felt like it's still he's still traded out pretty okay.
Yeah. And now, level 3 Pierce Armor and additional plus 5% health is coming his way as well. Oh, villagers, though. Myriad, too late of a reaction here. No reaction at all. Villagers jumping inside. But this outpost, I mean, there's more and more men-at-arms coming in. It's going to get torched down eventually. Myriad, he's going to need to put the army there.
If Baltune sees those berry villagers too, he could shoot across the wall and take out some more villagers. Just barely missing them. Here comes the reinforcements though for Myriad here soon. Right as the outpost was about to get burnt.
There it is, archers immediately jumping on those crossbows. This time there is enough to one-shot. He's able to completely obliterate Baltune's army here. Warrior Monk taking the relic, but Radari is on him. Soldiers just kind of standing there for the time being. One is going to get sniped out for it. Radari is going to get... Oh my god. No way. No way. The idle time. Ain't no way. Okay, he's getting taken down, but man, that's a lot of idle time right there. First Trebuchet now coming out for Baltune.
Second Trebuchet now out for Baltune. Myriad's army, though, looks so scary right now. Baltune needs more of an actual army, less into siege, or else Myriad can just run through and burn down the Trebuchets anyways.
Yeah. Trebuchet
That's exactly what he's going to do.
Both trying their best here. Moonstone getting dropped as well behind this. Baltune falling further back.
Bye-bye Trebuchets.
Trebuchet's unpacking, going for the shot as well.
So much damage that they do. Villagers healing up the Trebuchets. Mangonel pops out.
Shoots
one shot.
The archers. Yeah, one shot about everything that it's going to get out there. But the archer count has been reduced. Baltune still has like double the food income that Myriad has, but just struggling to get a decent army up. I'm just wondering, like this age, like the sacred side timer, I feel like it could have been up a minute or half a minute earlier. So the pressure could have been much higher on Baltune at this point.
And the two Trebuchets staying alive is so crucial here for Baltune. So many resources that could have been lost there. And this allows him to keep that siege up and aggression going earlier.
Fire now starting to hit that Golden Horn Tower. Villagers starting to repair as well. Be able to repair indefinitely though, and Baltune still messing up those crossbows, necessary against the Radari count.
Another siege workshop, so much of a wood investment, but I guess he's able to afford it to say the least. And it's just crossbows, men-at-arms as the military composition that Baltune's
nothing else really at this point in time. This is could potentially be quite dangerous if Myriad were to go for his own siege at this point, but no siege yet inside. If it was just 2-3 mangonels, he'd be able to one-shot clumps of these crossbows every single time, with every volley of some mangonels.
Crossbow mass looking very healthy for Baltune now at this point, though. He's even starting to mix in some spears now to the men-at-arms mass to help out be that front line. Another trebuchet in Q2. This is really where you're now gonna, with the third trebuchet, you can get past that healing and resource, you know, that's being committed into. But Myriad taking the fight. Here come the Radari, here comes the whole Master Myriad, but Mangonel not being dealt with here at all. Backline from Baltune, so strong at this point too.
And the crossbows doing a great job up against the Radari this time around. Radari, frontline, getting taken down. There's still the Mangonels firing onto the backline. Baltune even stepping up, thoroughly dismantling the frontline there from Myriad. Now even taking down the last couple of archers and crossbows as well.
Yeah, and the third trebuchet is now out at a perfect time when he takes down a big mass of military.
Myriad still has a great amount of Radari behind it. It's like all the Radari that have just been taken down are already there at the middle again.
3 minutes left now. Baltune building a wall, going for a little bit of protection there. Looks like he is circling around. It is close to him now, going for this push here. The Golden Horn Tower, it's just getting mass healed.
Yeah. Continued counter repair there. Baltune, he's just getting 2 more trebuchets. He realized, man, he needs a lot to take that landmark down.
5 trebuchets.
Oh, Wood actually running out though for Myriad.
Yeah, Wood is completely out there for Myriad for a brief little time. Doesn't have, okay, there I was about to say 18 villagers on Wood. He's got a ton of Wood income, but now so many of it is going into this sink here, and now with 4 trebuchets, it looks like it's about to get taken down with the next couple volleys here. Baltune being patient though, waiting, biding his time. Next volley should end up taking down the Golden Horn Tower, and then he's going to pull this trigger. Another Mangonel in queue as well though. Oh, Golden Horn Tower is gone.
Now Baltune is marching forward. Triple Mangonels now as well. At 3 Mangonels, he's able to start one-shotting the backline. Relics are being grabbed behind this. We're ready for a defensive Wololo. Just 1.5 minutes remaining now. He sees the entire army as it's moving up.
Quick takedown on the forward buildings here from Myriad. They all should go down rather quickly.
Now, fight about to be taken. Sacred Side. Starts to get decaptured. Alarms moving up. Mangonels need to be careful on their positioning.
Wololo goes down. Mangonel gets a good fire off into the back line. Nothing too crazy yet.
Ari going for the dive onto it.
Another couple Mangonel shots. Great Mangonel shots onto the back line that Myriad has. Baltune's military mass just looks way too big, way too healthy here. Crossbow backline is going untouched. Mangonel's going untouched. Sacred Sight is going to be denied. Myriad looks like he is going to be denied from moving on to this next round, as Baltune, he still has a whole mass after the denial and takes the game and takes the series.
GG coming in, and Baltune with a clean 3-0 victory here in this set, denying Myriad from the entry into the semifinals of this week's Road to Wololo, instead taking that spot for himself.
Yeah, what a series there to finish the day off. 3-0 for Baltune, so big congrats to him. That is the final game, final set of the day, and we'll, I'm sure, get the bracket on updated and up on the screen here in a little bit to just show y'all what we have in store for tomorrow, and I think that might be first before the interview for Baltune.
Indeed, and this is what we're going to be greeted with tomorrow, as we're going to be watching Annotant versus Baltune in the semifinals at the top side of the bracket, and then Vortex versus Beastie, bottom side of the bracket. Man, this is unusual to say the least. I mean, the bottom bracket, that is a very usual one, but the top one, Baltune versus Annotant. When was the last time we've seen Baltune versus Annotant in a tournament? Have we even seen that matchup before? I don't recall seeing that one previously in any tournament.
My memory isn't reminding me of something that jumps out on the page. Maybe Cal will use his programming skills to look it up real quick and let us know. Warchief Club in 2024 was the last time they played against each other.
So I'm gonna assume that there hasn't been an A or S or even a B tier tournament where they've played against each other. Oh, a League Classic too. Okay, never mind. Taking that back then.
All right. But exciting sets on the schedule for tomorrow. Exciting day we had here today, as always. Was a great one casting with you. First, we got Baltune here for the interview.
All right, let's hear it.
Congrats on the clean 3-0 there, Baltune. Feeling good. Are you excited to be playing in the next round tomorrow?
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Yeah. So what were you thinking coming into this set? Obviously, you know, Myriad taking down Puppy Paw 3-0. Were you a little bit more nervous than what you normally be? Would you rather be facing a Puppy Paw or the Myriad over here?
I was excited to try to get the rematch against Puppy, since last time it went relatively well. But yeah, when I saw it was Myriad, I was quite happy because I have a decent record against him. So.
Gotcha. Well, first game, it was French versus Golden Horde. You ended up kind of just massing up the knights, massing up the military, and waiting for just a timing Castle Age fight. It felt like the team games came into play watching that first game of that one.
Yeah, I just tried to do not rush things too much and just let him make mistakes, and yeah, it worked out quite well.
Yeah, and then we went into Holy Island, and this isn't the only time I've seen you on Holy Island just go with the ignore water at first, go with a little bit of military. So was that a map generation idea, or was that more of you were game planning that right when you saw the Civ matchup?
Yeah, Civ matchup mainly. Like, I think Kitchery is pretty bad against Sushi if you just play pure on water, because the Aachen radius is not that big, and then you have no bonus after that.
Yeah, and we saw actually Myriad drop a nice pressure tower on that gold vein, and it seemed like you were just getting a lot of damage down there, a lot of idle time there, and it was funny because like there was a lot of water fighting, but it felt like neither of y'all invested too heavily into water. Did you feel like that was like a main concern, or is that why you invested into more farms kind of earlier on?
Yeah, I assumed the game would, because my fishing would not. It was very hard to get fishing up because he was constantly making ships, so I decided to make some farms early because I didn't want to move out for deer without wheelbarrow and stuff.
Makes sense. And then we just saw the final one. It was the typical King of the Hill game where battle for the sacred site. You ended up seeing that Golden Horn Tower. You had the military mass. You got close to being able to deny it. It looks like you were a few steps away, but once it was up, did you feel like you were, nervous because that timer was just going to be set then?
No, I wasn't that worried, I think, because I had taken some decent fights before that, and I still cleaned up a lot of his army in the fights around the Golden Heart Tower, so I was still okay with it from that point.
Gotcha. Well, big congrats on the series victory again. Looks like you'll be playing Anatan tomorrow to try to get into that grand finals. Anything specific to look forward to as far as game plan there? Anything prep work extra that you're gonna do playing against Anatan?
We'll see how it goes.
There we go. Well, good luck. We'll be cheering you on and looking forward to watching y'all's sets and series tomorrow.
Thank you.